And a good spiritual morning to you. Once again, Christ is risen. Christos Anesti. I'm Father Cosmas. Thank you for joining me today from my prayer corner here at home to share a quick cup of coffee and a chat for today. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about the situation that we're facing, of course, with the coronavirus lockdown, so to speak, and how everything is out, specifically as it's affecting schools. And more specifically, because now it's getting into the middle of May and we have our seniors starting to think about graduating. So how it's affecting our seniors and graduation. And when I say graduation, I'm referring mostly to our high school seniors who usually are finishing right around this time. But also, of course, our college seniors as well that might be graduating. I'm not talking about middle school. I know that might be called graduation in some circles. I don't know that finishing 8th grade counts as a graduation. Let's call it matriculation. But we're talking about high school and college and beyond. Because in many ways, this has been a difficult time for all of us, obviously, and a tragic crisis, a health crisis. Let's not lose sight of that. We're talking about people getting severely sick, and of course dying, and we're talking about, all of the medical workers having to be out there and the essential services having to be out there constantly putting their own lives and their families' lives at risk. So let's provide some perspective. That's the real tragedy and the real crisis. However, that being said, if you're a senior in high school, this stinks really badly. You've lost all of your sports, your spring sports, for your senior year. If you were hoping to play a varsity sport this spring, that got lost. You lost your prom, your senior prom for the most part. That's done, although they're talking about making some of them up into July. I don't know how many people are going to really do that, or if it's going to happen. You've lost, again, the second semester of your senior year. And you've lost your commencement, in most cases, your commencement ceremonies. And beyond that, graduation parties. We would have graduation parties and have people come over at the house. Well, that's not going to be happening probably. So it's been a tough time for seniors and having a difficult time. And so our heart goes out to our seniors that are struggling with this whole situation. They're stuck at home. Stuck doing e-learning and doing all this stuff online. If you're taking AP tests, you're taking them probably this week, or you took them right now. And again, online, very strange circumstances. College, it was your senior year of college, and you got sent home. You wanted to be in your apartment, on campus, or in the dorm, experiencing the final little bit of a reprieve from life by enjoying your college experience one more semester. And rather than doing that, you've been stuck home, with parents and with siblings, with that loss of freedom. So it's a very difficult time. Is there anything we can glean from this, that we can learn to sort of take away from this experience? And I think in a sense, we need these special occasions throughout life. And we have these special occasions throughout life to sort of mark, these important milestones and periods of growth. But they are just that, special occasions. They're not life itself. Life itself, in many ways, is like this. It stinks. And so maybe this is a good lesson for our kids. Unfortunately, they're having to get a sense of reality a little bit faster than they would have liked. But this is reality. Things get messed up. Things don't work out. Things don't go your way. Yes, you don't get parties. You don't get dances. You don't get more freedom to enjoy yourself. But in reality, that's life. Sorry. This is the reality of what grown-ups are dealing with every day. And so if you can learn anything, hopefully, it's to take this experience and let it make you stronger. There's all sorts of jokes about this generation sort of not being as tough as we would like. maybe this toughened them up a little bit. Maybe you've gotten a little bit tougher as a result of what's going on right now. And yes, it's unfortunate. Hopefully at some point you'll be able to recover from this, maybe have a graduation party a little bit down the road. Maybe your school will make up a prom or a commencement or do a virtual commencement. Everything is virtual nowadays. Nothing's happening, but everything is virtual. And, you know, again, are these the most important things? No. The most important thing is you got an education, whether it be a high school education, a college education. And in many respects, we take these for granted nowadays. Oh yeah, everyone graduates high school, and most kids will go to college and graduate college. And we really should not take that for granted. Historically, how many people over the last 2,000 years could say that they got this level of education that we just sort of take for granted? Very few. I mean, a sliver of the population, a tiny bit. And now it's sort of just expected. The education and the preparation for your future and for real life, that's what's perhaps most important, and hopefully what we can cling to during this difficult time. Once again, may our risen Lord and Savior bless us and keep us this day and every day. Christ is risen.